Don't let go of the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up, because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself, because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Great speed by Wiggins there. I mean, makes him a dominant finisher in transition. Speed kills, and oftentimes you can't control it.
And that's collected by Love. Now the Lakers on the break. Jackson's got the ball.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Harden outside. In the corner. Shamet with it. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Again, Los Angeles.
An excellent score off the dribble. Wiggins starting to excel in the catch-and-shoot game, too.
Inside. Gobert. Now they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
A slow start for Atlanta in this one. Still without a basket in the game. And stolen by Wiggins. And the Lakers with another turnover here. On the wing, Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Out to the wing. Here's Kleba. Love outside. They double team Love. Stolen by Harden. To the paint. Here's Gobert. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Love with the bucket.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, 3 turnovers so far, and the real issue is the fact that they're unforced, too careless with the basketball.
Greg, they've been out of sync since the opening tip. I mean, they've got to take better care of the ball.
Here's Love. Rebound by the Hawks. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown. And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. Garland with the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Jokic. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Rivers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you can see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
Now here is Carter. Back to Len. And stolen by Noel. And it's Shumpert penetrating. And Shumpert slams it in.
Well, there's nothing like being unselfish as a player, and Noel was outstanding in that regard, reading the entire floor and finding his guys for high percentage shots.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
And that one drops. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Now Garland. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Noel. Garland with it. Jokic defending. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Here's Harden. It's hauled in by Jokic.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
If you fail to stay with Crabbe, he's going to run all over you. He's got great quickness in transition.
Now, here's Garland. Jokic with the steal. That's tipped. Carter outside. Back to Jokic. Shamet with the steal. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Crabbe, that's for 2. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the inside. Stolen by Len. To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior. And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Here is Harden. He's got 9. And the jam by Harden.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
He's off on that one.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Kleba. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And the Lakers lead by 1.
And Jokic is one of the best passing big men in the game. He has a great feel for when to dish the rock.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Kleba. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate. Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleba, the German native. I mean, this guy is a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. 2 points, that one goes.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Mark, you think of European players, it's usually the offensive end where they thrive, but Kleba is a versatile defensive stopper too.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, this guy can shut you down because he moves his feet. He's strong, really keeps driving lanes from opening up on the perimeter, and his positioning and timing make him a good shot blocker too.
And Jokic gets it to go.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
Here's Harden. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Love.
And they got to bring the double team on it.
And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
And now we've got the intentional foul. The Hawks have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Boy, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
And the Hawks making a change here. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled him.
Here's Shamet. The Hawks again can't hit. And stolen by Noel. It's Portis high post. And Portis throws it down.
Man, do I like the intensity of Noel on defense. Really an imposing presence who does an outstanding job making things hard for the opposition.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Right side, Bogdanovich. They now take the lead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here is Harden. He's got 14. In the corner, Shamet with it. It's good from long range. Shamet's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
With 1 on the clock. And no good on the last second attempt this time. James Harden getting it done for Atlanta. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Down low. Here's Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Pass to Kleba. Jokic with it. Had the space there, but it's offline. Now, here's Shamet. And stolen by Love. And so they foul intentionally. Here's Jackson. A 2-point game. And that one's good. Love. Love's got his second basket of the game. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
And that one's good. Love.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Wiggins drawing the double team. Jokic high post. Back to Love. A 3-ball. It doesn't go for him. So Atlanta will take it the other way. There's Shamet. There's the triple. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Inside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That will be foul number 5 on him. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. There's Shamet. Drops in the tray. And it's a 9-point Atlanta lead.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Boy, the mid-range J of Jokic, I like it a lot. I mean, you got to D this guy up from that area, or he'll scorch you.
Now, here is Harden. 16 points for him. Pass to Shamet. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here's Love. 6 points for him. Here's Thibault. That one wide left.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Lakers passing it around. Here's Kleba. Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Harden with it. In the corner. Shamet with it. Pass to Gobert. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. In the corner. Harden hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of it, at least in my opinion.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers. If you allow them to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
And the wide open shot from Green. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Hawks lead by 13.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Here's Garland. Following the basket by Jokic. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, he is a volume three-point shooter, and when you look at Green, he's dangerous from that three-point line.
Here's Len. Pass to Jokic. Atlanta leading by 14. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third. To the middle. Here's Shumpert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Alex Len picks one up. The Hawks have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. And both free throws good for Shumpert. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here is Carter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Another shot. Pass to Jokic. Nice move. They get it back. No good. And so it's Atlanta. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Lakers trail by 16. Carter outside. And that one drops for him. Carter's got his first bucket of the night.
pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here is Harden. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's now 22 points for James Harden. Pass to Jokic. Back to Carter. To the right side. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. It's stolen by Nance. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Now here's Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Back to Jokic to end the run. Gobert with the block. Inside. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
At the line for 2.
And, you know, there are so many things to like about Jokic's game, Clark, and his footwork is right near the top.
I would agree with that, Kevin. His footwork is exquisite. I mean, it is top shelf. This guy does not get enough credit for his pivoting, but his hands are great. His touch is phenomenal. He loses a lot of defenders when he's back to the basket with that footwork of his. I tell you, I was so impressed when I locked into him with my isolated camera during the playoffs. The Joker is no joke.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Pass to Shamet. The Hawks working the ball around. Back to Harden. The tray. Kleba with the rebound. Lakers trail by 21. And the Lakers turn it over again.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Ball's knocked loose. And an intentional foul right there. Love outside. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to Jokic. But there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. And the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Begins with the block. Pass to Jokic. And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. Just shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
And that winning mindset Love brings, so valuable, knows his role and plays to his strengths on both ends.
And the Hawks making a change here. Both free throws good from Love.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Now here's Harden. Back to Green. And the rejection by Love. Pass to Jokic. Now here's Jackson. Guarded by Harden. Over Green. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Hawks leading by 15. And stolen by Wiggins. Jokic high post. They double team Love. Back to Jokic. It's stolen by Green. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Now Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Atlanta.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to get a win in that first battle. They'll go up 1-0 in the season series against Los Angeles.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for James Harden.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Assist from
Bucket is good. Harden's got 31 points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
You know, it's become almost a foregone conclusion that Harden is going to lead the league in free throw attempts every year. He is a master at getting to the line.
Now here's Bazemore. Offensive rebound. Pass to Jokic. That one rolling around and rims out.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
The free throw drops for Gobert. And Gobert drops them both. 24 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Down low. Jokic. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Pass to Jokic. So it's Atlanta again turning it over. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking